So, here is our problem number 1. Meron daw tayong solid shaft. And on that solid shaft, there's a certain point there, point A. Then, the element at that point A is subjected to the state of stress shown. So, ito siya. Ito yung figure natin. Ang tinatanong sa atin is the principal stresses acting at this point. So, again, when we say principal stress, yan yung stresses na nag-a-act sa ating principal plane. When we say principal plane, plane kung saan ang subject lang na stressed sa kanya is a normal stress. Wala siyang shearing stress. So, yung principal stresses natin, dalawa. Meron tayong maximum principal stress that is denoted by sigma 1. So, maximum principal stress. And then, yung sigma 2 naman is minimum principal stress. Okay? So, always our sigma 1 is greater than sigma 2. Okay, so ito yung ating state of stress. As you can see, this is our x direction, this is our y direction. So, sa ating positive x phase, ang exert na normal force, normal stress is 12 ksi, and that is compression. So, bale, kung kunin natin yung points na dalawa, at the positive x phase, so, ang coordinates na meron tayo is negative 12 kasi compression yung normal stress. And then yung shear natin, as you can see, pag ganito yung direction, so it tends to produce a clockwise na moment. And in that case, your shear there, your shearing stress there is positive, diba? So, negative 12 comma x. And then, yung sa y-phase naman, dito sa y-phase natin, as you can see, wala tayong normal stress. So, 0 yan. But, meron tayong shearing stress that tends to produce a counterclockwise moment. So, that is, the value is also 6, pero negative siya. Kasi counterclockwise yung ating rotation na nabubuo ng shearing stress na yan. So, negative 6. So, what we will do, i-draw natin yung Mohr circle. So, we have here our sigma axis and our tau axis. So, let's plot yung first kay negative 12 and then yung negative 12, 6. So, negative 12, 6. So, let's say, saan ba ang ating negative 12? Let's say, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Let's say, nandito ang ating negative 12. Then, ang ating 6. Positive 6 and negative 6. 2, 4, 6. Positive 6 yan. 2, 4, 6 naman dito, negative 6. Okay? So, kung i-plot natin yung etong x is negative 12 tapos 6. Bale, somewhere here. Right? So, let's we call this one as our x. And then, yung isa naman, 0, negative 6. So, nandito siya. So, this is our y. So, y. Okay. Then, i-connect natin yung dalawang points natin. This will be our diameter ng ating circle, and kung saan siya nag-touch sa ating sigma axis, yun yung ating center ng circle. Okay, so I have here my circle. I-adjust ko lang siya para sumakto sa given. Okay, so yan ang ating more circle. So if i-drawing natin yung mga wait ha. So if i-drawing natin yung mga distances ng coordinates natin from here to here, remember this is 6, right? Six yan. Bale, hanggang dyan 6. And then, dito rin, mula dyan hanggang dito, 6. And then, from the tau na 0 hanggang sa point X, we have here negative 12. And then, yan. So, remember, if this is the diameter, itong line connecting point X and point Y, this should be our radius and our radius. So, pwede tayong makabuo dito ng triangle, and then another similar triangle with the angle that is equal, yung angle dito at saka angle dyan. Okay? Now, another important coordinate na kailangan nating makuha for this more circle, which will be very helpful when we will be calculating some values, is yung center ng ating circle. Ano ang kanyang coordinate, no? So, especially ano yung kanyang x coordinate or yung sigma. Kasi alam naman natin at the center ang tau niya is 0. Diba? So, ito, ano siya? So, if this is our tau axis, ito, from the tau axis papunta sa center, tawagin natin yan na sigma bar. So, what is that sigma bar? Okay, so, paano ba makuha yung ating sigma bar? For our sigma bar, we just have to take the average of our sigma x and sigma y. So, saan ang ating sigma x? Etong negative 12. Ang ating sigma y, etong 0. Okay, remember this is sigma x, sigma y. Okay. Then this is tau xy and then tau yx. Right? So, sigma x plus sigma y is negative 12 plus 0 over 2. So, you have 12 divided by 2 and that is 6. So, same units sa given. So, 6 KSI. Okay? So, alam na natin na 6 KSI yan. Okay, another thing na sinusolve natin is yung radius ng circle. So, to get our radius of the circle, you can analyze either itong triangle na to or itong triangle na yan. Okay? So, with R here and R here. So, let's say dito na lang tayo tumingin. Ang R natin is using the Pythagorean theorem. It's the square of the legs. The sum of the square root of the sum of the squares of the legs. So, 6 squared plus yan yung etong leg niya na isa. Right? But how about this one? Ano yung value niyan? So, ang value nito is, sa tingin niya, the value is what? Okay. So, di ba meron tayong 12? So, yung 12 natin, i-minus lang natin ito from here to here. Magiging equal na yan dito. And we know that this distance is our sigma bar, which is 6. Bale, the other leg will be 12 minus 6 squared. Okay? And this is equals to 8.49 KSI. So 8.49 KSI. Okay, so now that na meron na tayong R, let's go back to the tinatanong, the principal stresses. So, on our Mohr circle, saan dito ang ating principal stresses? Again, principal stresses, yun yung stress na nag-act sa principal plane, in which yung principal plane, wala siyang nararamdaman na shearing stress. And, saan siya sa ating Mohr circle? It's actually these points. Ito, first is ito, and pangalawa is, change ko na lang ng color. Ito, no? Yan. Pangalawa is ito. Yan. Okay? Kasi, at that points, yung tau natin is 0, and ang meron lang siya na value is sigma. So, asan yung mas malaki? Itong point sa right or yung point sa left? Of course, yung point sa right, diba? So, ito yung ating sigma 1, maximum principal stress, and ito naman ang ating minimum principal stress. And paano natin kunin yung values na yan? Okay, so to get that values, again, ito yung kagandahan sa Mohr circle, you just have to use your trigonometry skills. So you can visualize the problem and then apply your skills in trigonometry. So kung kukunin natin is yung sigma 1, paano natin yun makukuha? Sige daw, tingnan natin. Sigma 1. Sigma 1, meron tayong, ang sigma 1 natin is yung value na galing, yung value na galing saan? Sa mula dito hanggang dyan. Okay? Yung value niyan, yan yung sigma 1. So, how do we do that? Sigma 1. Okay. So, tingnan nyo to. Galing sa ating center, papunta dito sa sigma 1, diba that distance is equals to R? Remember? Okay. So, yung R na yan, subtract natin itong sigma bar, makukuha na natin yung sigma 1. Do you agree? Okay. So, in equation, that is sigma 1 equals to R minus bar. And ang R natin is 8.49 minus ang sigma na 6. So, you will have 8.84 minus 6, you have 2.48. 8.49 minus 6. So, that is equals to 2.49. So, KSI. So, yan ang ating sigma 1. Now, how about the kuan? How about the sigma 2? Paano naman makuha yung sigma 2? Again, we analyze. Ito yung sigma 2. So, ang sigma 2, saan siya manggagaling? From our tau, papunta sa point na yan, right? Okay. So, how do we get sigma 2? Okay, so, kung base sa figure, it's just eto, galing dito, papunta dito. Diba 6 yan? Or with the appropriate sign that is negative 6 kasi to the left of 0. So, from here to here, negative 6 yan. Then, i-plus natin ito, which is also the radius, pero negative nga siya, bale, negative R. Diba? And that will be equal to sigma 2. Okay? So, sigma 2 equals to, yung sigma bar plus r. Pero lagyan natin ng negative signs. So, yung sigma bar natin is negative 6. Then, ang ating r is negative 8.49. So, you will have negative 14.49 KSI. So, ito ang ating minimum principal stress. Okay, so sigma 2. Okay. Now, may kulang pa dito. Aside from getting the principal stresses, kunin din natin at what angle from the x-axis mag-a-act itong principal stresses natin. Diba ito yung original class na figure. Ito yung element, ito yung positive x, positive y. Then, ito yung state of stress, right? Naka-drawing na siya. Now, yung principal stress natin, from x-axis, ilan ka-angle siya? Let's say from here, ilan to na theta? Para makita natin saan talaga nag-occur or nag-exert or present itong ating mga principal stresses. So, remember the relationship. Pag sa ating plane, yung theta dito, pag i-drawing natin sa Mohr circle, it's 2 theta. Okay? And vice versa. Yung 2 theta sa Mohr circle, pagdating dito sa state of stress na drawing or figure, it's just theta. So, i-divide lang natin ng 2. Okay. So, usually, our kinukuha na value ng theta is yung theta that is counterclockwise from x-axis. So, ito yung x. So, papunta doon. So, in our Mohr circle, di ba ito ang ating point x? Okay? Yan yung point x natin. So, galing sa point na yan, galing sa point na yan, pumunta tayo sa plane kung saan principal plane siya. O di kaya, pumunta tayo sa plane kung saan present yung isang principal stress. Okay? So, from here, ito yung point na to, ito sa side na yan, diba, ito siya, point x. So, kung yung plane na kukontain ng isang principal stress, ito siya, isa yan to. Diba? So, from here, punta tayo dito. Okay? So, tawagin natin tong angle na to as 2 theta p. Okay, 2 theta p. And since pumunta tayo sa principal na stress na yung sigma 2, yung minimum, so lagay ko dito ng 2. 2 theta p2. So, hanapin natin ano yung theta p2 na yan. So, gawan lang natin ng triangle and then isolve natin yung triangle using trigonometry. So, ano pwede nating ma-come up with the triangle, yung figure? Okay, so pwede nating makita that if ito yung figure, R to, and then this is our point X. So, this is 2 theta P2. So, applyan natin ng tangent. Tangent 2 theta P2 equals to, o pwede rin 2 theta 2. 2 theta 2 na lang. Similar sa book. So, 2 theta 2. Wala na yung P2. Yung P. So, 2 theta 2. 2 theta 2. So, the opposite is etong value na to, which is we know na 6 naman yan. So, 6 over our adjacent. So, ang adjacent natin, ito, diba that is what? That is just the, ano to? Yan yung 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6 yan, no? Ito 12 no? Galing dyan, 12. Then, minusan natin ng sigma bar. We will get this one. Okay, so 12 minus 6. So, anong lalabas? 2 theta 2. 2 theta 2 is tan inverse of 6 over 12 minus 6. And from here, lalabas class na theta 2 is 22.5 degrees. Okay? So, okay. So, to finalize our answer, why not i-drawing natin yung state of stress na present, kung saan present ang ating mga principal stresses. So, since alam naman natin yung angle, we can now draw it, no? So, wait lang. Let's use black for the original axis. Okay. Ito yung original na XY. So, if napag-alaman natin na yung principal stress minimum will be occurring at an angle 22.5 from the x-axis. So, 22.5 from the x-axis. Tawagin natin tong x prime. Then, drawing tayo ng perpendicular na axis sa ating x prime. Yan. Okay, so, tawagin natin y prime. And then, drawing na tayo ng element. So, this is our element. Okay. So, ano yung mga present sa ating element? Ano yung mga stresses? Okay. Ang present na stress on the x prime na phase, kasi galing tayo sa x, pumunta tayo dito. So, ang present is yung ating sigma 2. And ang ating sigma 2, nasa left siya ng ating sigma axis. So, negative siya na value. So, it means to say that our normal stress is compression at ang value niya is yung value ng ating sigma 2. So, 14.49 KSI. So, equal lang din dito. And note, wala tayong shearing stress. Kasi principal plane, ito, principal plane. And then, how about yung dito na side, dito na face, sa y prime face? Ano yung stress na present dyan? Sa y prime face, ang present dyan is, saan ba yung y prime? Diba dito? Ito yung y. So, saan yung ating y prime? Kung nag-move ka dito ng 2 theta 2, itong y prime mo din, mag-move siya ng 2 theta 2. 2 theta 2. Okay? But, tawagin na lang nating 2 theta 1 yan. Kasi, ang principal stress kung saan ang ating madadatnan na principal stress is hindi sigma 2 but sigma 1. So, para ma-differentiate. So, 2 theta 1. So, after mong pag dumating dito, mag-move ng 2 theta 1, ano yung nadatnan natin na plane? Ano yung stress na meron dyan? Diba, sigma 1 lang? And ang value niya is positive. So, ang value ng sigma 1 is 2.49 tapos positive. So, i-drawing natin yung state of stress on the stress on the y phase as away from the element, so 2.49 KSI. And then, Similar dito, sa baba nga lang, so 2.49 KSI. So, this is our answer for problem number 1.